Hey dudes, and welcome to Cube World, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to level up extremely fast. So what you want to do is start your game and pick a character, and I recommend that the character that you choose is a little bit above or below 7, just because you need to fight bosses in this, and they are slightly hard, so you want to have a character who can deal damage and defend themselves. So I'm just going to select my mage, and I already got a seed for us and a name, level up fast. And it can be a completely random seed, doesn't matter what world you spawn in, it could be the world that you have right now, doesn't matter. And when you spawn in, you're going to check your map and you're going to look for these crossed sword icons. And my screen should stop loading any second now. And those crossed sword icons, those are pretty much boss locations. You can call them missions, quests, or objectives, pretty much anything that suits your fancy, but for the sake of this, I'm just calling them boss locations or missions. So yeah, pull up the map, and let's see, we have 3 within our general location. We got one here, and one here. So which one's the closest? Probably this one. So we'll head here, and yeah. And what this does is, it could be a castle, it could be a lake, it could be a mountain range, it could be a giant rock, and there's always a boss there. And what happens when you kill that boss, you gain 2 levels and usually about 500 or 400 additional XP on top of that. And you can also get really good loot. I remember one time I was doing this with some of my friends, and I got a tier 4 bow, which is the highest tier in the game. Unfortunately, I'm not a ranger or anything, so I couldn't use it, which I was quite sad, but I was able to give it to someone and they could put it to good use. So I will skip till we get there, so I'll see you bros later. Okay, so we're here at the boss location, and something to be mindful of is that when you go to the boss location, it usually gives a name for itself, and another thing to take note of is the color of the text. And when it's cyan or blue, that means it's slightly above your level range. When it's orange, it means it's pretty far above your level range, and when it's red, it's almost impossible. It's really high above your level range. But when it's white, that's what you're always like wanting to look for, because it's just right in the middle of your level range. It's good for you. But just because it's blue doesn't mean it's impossible. It just means it's slightly impossible. But no, it wouldn't be slightly impossible. But it'll definitely be a whole lot harder than a white green text. So. And unfortunately enough for us, this was a catacomb, so you have to go through groups and groups of mobs. But I will skip all of that and head right to the boss. Okay, so I've made it to the boss room in the catacombs, and if you can tell, he's just red, or glowing red and stuff. And the difference between regular bosses that you find randomly in like the plains and the bosses here is that the ones you randomly find without the double swords will not give you as much XP and as much levels. These guys though will, because you can see it says defeat the ruler in the catacombs of Cougar. So if you do that objective, you will level up twice and you will get a lot of XP. Depending on your level range, I have seen it happen where you gain 1 level but a bunch of XP, or 2 levels, not a lot of XP. But this is still the fastest way to level up, and you can get really good items from this. Yesterday I got a tier 4 bow. That's the highest tier in the game, so it was a really rare weapon. So I suggest that you guys do this a lot too. So I'm gonna damage the boss, get him to low health, and then I'll show you guys that. Okay, so he's at really low HP, just a few more hits and he should die, so let's get this dude. And just look, I'm level 36, and what level am I going to be? Level 37, 1 level with a bunch of XP. Now still, it took me 5 minutes to kill this guy, or a little less, and I leveled up about 2 times doing the whole just catacombs, and you usually get a lot of XP. It's a crazy amount of XP, and you get a lot of rare weapons, like the swords, purple, tier 2, I think. You get some spirits. All in all, it's always a good thing to do these, and you usually get a lot more. But it's because I'm high level. So I hope this helped you guys. And if you have any questions or suggestions or just anything you want to ask me, just go ahead. Feel free to send me a message or PM me. And as always, like, favorite, and subscribe if this helped, and if you liked the video. Okay, bye-bye.